Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SIG Node CI meeting on May 28th, 2025. We don't, well, we don't have any agenda items. We did, but that was taken care of offline. We're all set there. So we're going to jump right into test triage. Start with test grid. The serial failure. This is the same one. I don't know where Francesco is. Was this his?
Yeah, I just approved it because test failure seems to be unrelated.
Yeah, and I think that this will fix our serial test failures. So
Yeah.
that's cared for. And in a similar way, when we know about, I have to find someone to look at this one. Maybe I'll Cool. But we know that the CPU manager won't have fixed. That's good. Similar here. CPU manager, community failures, same code, different, weird. What's up here? I think this is a new suite. So weird that the EC2 grid is so thin. Last on 22nd. Yeah, so this is kind of weird that this is on this board. But not worried about it yet. You know this one. You know this one. That one. Cool. So this will look a lot better imminently. Cryo failures. One. Don't know if we've looked at. That's new. Not that new. But I don't know if we would acknowledge this one. Right. Okay. Same.
Well, it's from the flaky job anyway.
Yeah, it's true. But it's looking to be more failure-y than flaky this stage. Okay, there's one green run yesterday. So in between. Um Yep, same one. These are weird. Okay. That's a lot of failures. Uh, um, Managing the sidecars. Okay. Okay. So most of these are known. I don't know about this one. I'm going to look at this side. But besides the CPU manager failure, I think everything is all right. The test board. Okay. Looks like this has been triaged. Look at it. We're debugging. We'll probably take this off the board then. Right, okay. I see. This looks to be I think we can triage this. That's clearly failing. And I think that is correct. So I guess does anyone want to look at this?
Yeah, you can add me, I can check it.
Thank you. I always do this wrong.
If you write Sotiris, I think it will appear.
That's
Yeah.
true. Okay, cool. Yep. Right. These ones are the prior ones. Looks like there's been a little bit of triaging already. Hayato, do you have bandwidth to look at this one?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Right, so this was the disk pressure one that we were running into. Oh. Let's CC myself. That's still failing. Still in draft. This one looks like it might be ready for review. Anyone want to take a look?
You can assign it to me.
clean up. Looks like just a normal update. I don't want to look at it. Sorry, I saw you speak, but you weren't unmuted.
Yeah, I can check it now. Yeah, you can undo it now. Yeah.
Oh, hmm. All right. Ready for review. Any volunteers? Yep. Okay. Box update. I can take a look at this. Needs API approval, so out of our purview now. I think this one is not on this. Bunch of practice and other board. Volume. I think this might not be us. It also looks like a code change. Great. All right. Those are those. Let's look at anything else. It's perfectly stable. All right. Anything else on test triage? I can yield to Sergey or someone else. Anyone else?
Okay. Nobody else signed up for bug triage, so I can do it.
Yeah, but sorry, I put in the chat. There was a flaky test that we saw last week, and it seems to be a run C issue. So if you can take a look on that. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, it's
Keep it
actually like I'm not sure if this is a Rampy issue, but yeah, it's definitely it comes from when we run like runtime command. So yeah, I thought that might be worth raising the issue in the Rampy.
Yeah, I wonder if we hit a similar one. I don't know if we have any C run jobs that run these same tests, but it would be worth checking to see if you're on handles. Is this
and
like
yeah,
consistently?
So what?
Was this flaking consistently?
Very rare, but consistent, I'll say.
Yeah, okay. Totally. Yeah, maybe I wonder if C1 behaves any differently, or if it is to run C specific things. Because it could also be a cryo handling thing. Weird.
Yeah, at one time, like we had a containerd test failure before, but it's not that frequent.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, good to highlight. I'm already subscribed, so great. So yeah, we'll see what run C developers say about it. For that. Okay, cool. Any other items? You.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Is the right screen? You should be able to see it right now. Yeah, I just checked that to do label needs triage. So we are ahead of a bot right now. Bot is has not created anything new in already triaged items, so nothing expired yet. So we only have 17 items to triage, or 21 actually. Some of this triaged already. Yeah. Let me remove them. Okay, already triaged, so I will go through them really quickly, mostly to see why they stuck here. Okay, so last week we triaged it. Probably just forgot to put it into triaged. This is fine. Main container doesn't get stopped prior to sidecar containers. Okay, what happened? 3 weeks ago, somebody put the triage accepted. Okay, so the documentation bugs that documentation team accepted as a issue. Yeah, if anybody interested to take a look, it's just documentation update. I think we can mark this help. Set container ready condition to false once liveness probe failed. Okay. Oh, it's needs information. When did you say needs information? Okay, so it's a SIG networking. It seems helping them because it's about endpoint slices. I always forgetting was it SIG network or SIG networking, but okay, I got it right this time. And I will remove it from our dashboard. Okay. And last one, that is marked as triage, but in a wrong column, opened last week. Now one who triaged it. Okay, Paco already triaged it in. So this is marked as a bug.
There is like a PR already linked to it, and Paco seems to be looking into it already.
Okay. Is priority set? No. Since it's beta, I will mark this long term. But if we will move to GA, then we need to revisit this issue.
I think this would be more immediate, I would think, because we are looking at GA first back.
Okay. Short term then.
Thanks.
Okay, and it will go to the high priority then. First bug in high priority. Yeah, let's go to other triage. Let's see how fast we can go here. Okay, this thing again. I remember, Peter, you wanted to take a look on this, right?
Yes, and I looked a little bit and forgot. Thought I CC'd. Was I CC'd at the bottom?
No, it seems to be a separate bug somehow.
Yeah. Can you CC me on this one and I can dedupe?
Okay, do we need no, triage accepted. I will accept it just in case if you forget. But yeah, feel free to close it, please. Okay, next one. Oops, wrong button. Restart kubelet should not evict pods due to node affinity. We discussed it last time. What we decided? Okay. We haven't triaged it in or out.
Yeah, I think we sort of were. I mean, the conversation did completely finish, I think, because we ran out of time. But also, personally, I'm curious as to what SIG scheduling feels like we should be doing. Seems like there's a gap.
Yeah, I think kubelet restart should be as least disruptive as possible because people do it for various reasons, like let's say certificate update or something. We don't do it in GKE too much, but I know that people do it quite regularly.
Yeah, I think ultimately it'll probably end up being a documentation update, just saying like what we actually expect to happen in this case, because it seems the documentation is out of date.
I think non-disruptive kubelet restart should be, we can treat it as a bug. Do you agree?
What do you mean?
So if
Treat it as a
kubelet
bug.
starts and it knows that workload was running before, so it knows that like it just receives the status of a container running, then it can assume that like it doesn't need to check on affinity labels.
I thought that that's what we were doing, and that's the problem. Maybe I'm forgetting.
I think it's quite opposite, so we don't do it. Like every restart, we reevaluate all the affinity labels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the description
Right.
is
Okay, so you're saying that that is a bug and we should fix that.
I feel like it's a bug. The problem is that like fixing it may be quite complicated.
That's okay. I can accept that we could say it's a bug.
Um,
Uh,
maybe I will say undesired behavior wasn't a bug, because like bugs that we don't really plan to fix because um we have this established behavior.
yeah, and there might be consequences to fixing it too. I mean, that's kind of why I'm like, is it a bug or is it just like maybe we just have to define that as the behavior that it is, you know? Like, is it going to be more disruptive to update the behavior and potentially break a new case, or is it going to be, or like the number of people that are broken by this use case more? Like, which is the correct thing to do?
Oh, you mean like somebody just restart Kubel to reapply all the affinity labels?
More like, are there people now who expect the kubelet's current behavior to stay in place? Like, have we created new undefined behavior that people are relying on rather than what the documentation says should happen? The kubelet's currently doing something. Is anyone relying on that? Will we break them by changing that? Maybe. So will it be more disruptive to leave the behavior as is or to change it and potentially disrupt a new set of people? I think is the question that is hard to answer in this case.
I will repurpose this to documentation then.
Yeah, I agree with how you phrased it in the comment. And feedback.
Okay. Not a bug. Kubel's memory leak when plugin is registered twice. Okay, yes. I think it's known. Just based on like on title. Like I read the title and like I clearly see how it may be a memory leak. Okay, I agree with previous statement, so I think we can just give it the same. Volume devices mapping ignored when def is volume mounted. Host systems definitely mounted in the container. Volume devices do not appear to get created. Okay, so this seems to be on a borderline storage, right? Yes, on storage triage.
I think we've talked about this one, and it's possible volume devices fall under our purview. I remember I have that inclination in my head. Oh, never mind. We didn't talk about that. Okay, maybe it just wasn't fully removed from my board then.
Okay, no more SIG node here actually. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's SIG storage triage it first. Disable local storage capacity isolation, breaks, eviction manager synchronized on Linux. Very specific, down to the code. Oh no, it's not the code. Yeah, here is the code, right? Okay, 3 weeks ago, somebody tested it out. Okay, let's read it carefully. Making the following change to Kubernetes configuration. So they disabled local storage capacity isolation. Cause the eviction synchronized loop to break. Yeah, failed to get file system with mount, blah blah blah. So the disk usage metrics to not be captured. Okay. I don't remember what legacy stats means.
That is I don't remember either.
One of those are legacy. Which one? Okay, so how long is it here? Let's see, blame. At least 3 years.
Yeah, so in legacy stats is fully C advisor stats provider versus the CRI stats provider before CRI stats cap used half and half. So I think that is what I think is why there's some code in C advisor Linux.go. So it's when using C advisor stats. Think. Can you look at the CRI information?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Can they run that? No, not provided.
If it's container D, then they're using it should only be C advisor stats provider if it's cryo,
Yeah,
but it's AWS, so it should not be that.
probably container D.
Yeah, definitely container D. They're making their own worker nodes. Possible.
Once it's oh no, what's it?
Yeah, I would be shocked if it was other than container D. So I'm not sure why the situation is we are using the legacy stats provider.
Look again. So what is this? Serial stats API have been performance overhead of collecting the stats service advisor. Okay, and what they did. Which file was it? C advisor Linux. Okay. Yeah, so this was introduced here. But I don't think we use it in containerd.
The CRI stats should be being used in Containerd.
Should be what?
Containerd should be using the CRI stats, so it should not be using legacy.
Okay. How did it work before? Like now? So it was introduced here without local storage, whatever, local storage separation.
Yeah. I think local storage capacity was added after.
Yeah, and it's or statement, so like it doesn't matter which one is that.
So I guess it's, oh, okay. So I think you're hitting it. Okay, never mind. So the legacy stats doesn't matter because it's just, oh, it should be neither. So in this case, for Containerd, it's neither local storage capacity nor advisor stats. And that is why, and for some reason, the disk stats aren't being collected then.
So saying that local capacity isolation was hiding the bug.
Yes.
Okay.
The bug that Containerd is not collecting the stats that are expected.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to type it myself. Local capacity. Then I will triage accept it. I think it. I don't know if we easily reproduce it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I hate to triage it, triage accept it when we don't know what container runtime version and.
I mean, I think, well, yeah, I don't know what the version is. I probably put it EKS 131, so probably 1.7, I would guess.
Yeah. Okay. I think I will. Let's just accept it. It is hard. I wonder why they need to disable it. What's the author name? Jadams, what you want? Right. Okay. Also, I'll ask him to provide the version. Owning hundreds of thousand files in empty dir makes kubelet unable to restart. Why wouldn't it be? Opened 3 weeks ago. Let me quickly check the history. Yeah, just assigned to SIG node, nothing else. So what's happening? Actionable
I
files.
think Kubelet probably recursively deletes the files in the empty dir when the pod is deleted. And that is going to be slower if there's like a lot of files in it.
Pre-start dependency of Kubernetes service unit.
Oh, restore con. Okay, that's actually this shouldn't be
Yeah, it seems to be
who's
supported.
Kubernetes service file? Like where is this running?
Yeah, let's check. None.
OpenShift.
OpenShift, okay.
Yeah, so this is not a Kubernetes bug. This is an OpenShift bug, and actually we might have fixed it. Because that's this OpenShift specific kubelet service file.
Do you want to be tagged on it or?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
I will close it anyway, so like if you want to help this person by referring to fixed bucket, it will be great.
Yeah.
Okay, it's already broken. Why is it SE Linux, I wonder? Okay,
Yeah, so basically what we do is a restore con is basically a relabel of files, and there was a different reason that we needed to restore all of the some files under the kubelets directory, but we accidentally made it too wide of a restore con, so we went through all of the pod volumes, and so there was a deep volume. Took a wicked long time to start the kubelet.
okay. Okay, next one. Who does not refresh immutable secrets after recreation as documentation says? Last month was created. Also have SIG storage. Let me check very quickly whether SIG storage replied here. Okay, it seems a documentation issue. Okay, so I want to discuss it with Node folks. It's us. Okay, let's discuss. The doc says that this is about immutable secrets. Once the secret map is marked as immutable, it is not possible to reverse this change to mutate, delete and recreate the secret. It is important to maintain amount pointers, delete secrets, not going to create the spots. Okay. However, we are seeing different behavior. After the delete and recreate, we see a mix of behavior. First off, if we recreate the secret with new key, new pods cannot mount these keys, but they can mount previously existing keys. Okay. Couldn't find it. Okay, it seems to be a legit bug. Anything we do to make Kubernetes invalidate hash the secrets? Okay. Yeah, we don't need to invalidate those. Let's triage accepted. I wonder if scalability is a SIG. I think it is.
I think so, yeah.
And yeah, I think this comment is very insightful. Okay, next one. Kubelet pod start SLI duration seconds appeared not too much its specification. At least as far as excluding need containers runtime. Okay, 2 weeks ago filed. I wonder, yeah, there is a steps to reproduce.
You can assign this to me. So yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's we need to triage accepted?
Yeah, if they're saying that the metrics is not reporting correct value, I can take a look at it if there is a, if I could reproduce it.
That's right. Thank you. Kubernetes Device Manager provides some useless hints. Okay. How useless are those? This is one of those bugs when you need to really read carefully what they want. Oh, Francesco already commented, so I don't need to read. If reporting unfortunately is expected, not I don't mean all desirable, but it is expected. Oh no, and we knew that 8+ NUMA nodes are the complexity floats. You know, the internal design of topology manager. We can probably think about some optimization, but the device manager reports 255 hints. All the possible NUMA combination falls into work as intended. Okay, more generic issue is open, so I will close this one. And since we are on it, we probably need to triage this one. Okay, so is triage accepted? We need to move the triage. Okay. Some optimization may be very useful here. Okay, we have 6 minutes left and one issue. We may hit the 0. Oh, it's the same issue. You just need to move it. Seriously? Is that good? Oh no. What happened? It was just one. No, we are
It
not
was
hitting the.
a no status one. It had no status instead of.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I was so hopeful. Wrong button. Okay, let's look at one list. Kubectl reports wrong status. Okay, Ilana filed it like 2021. Okay, race condition. Is it still a case? Sync out the last known container status from the container tab, even the pod has been evicted, preempted, terminated by not shut down. Okay. I wonder if it's still on. And I cannot tell by comments because it was long lost. Anybody interested to take a look and check? I will unassign from this person, or at least pink.
It is really old, right?
Yeah, very old.
We can
2000
probably say if they observe in this latest release, feel free to reopen.
Yeah, I don't think we changed the code around it, or not recently at least.
kubectl reports. It's a kubectl report, not the kubelet part status.
No, I think it's a status.
Well, after this time, there have been refactors. The Clayton made some refactors in
Oh.
part status. So I was just wondering if they cannot reproduce them, maybe.
Well, yeah, I think it's okay. It doesn't refresh immutable secrets. We just looked at it. Yeah, I think I just didn't move it properly. Okay, pod stuck in termination state forever with unlinked device or resource busy. Okay, we tried to delete the pod and it got stuck.
Are they using NFS by any chance?
Yeah, first question.
Oh,
I don't see NFS anymore.
see if it's mounted somehow. Is the device, and that device is the local device.
Yeah, it says that it cannot mount it from command line.
What is the mount then? Oh, is this ext4? It could be ext4. That doesn't matter. I want to know whether if it's a remote file system or not.
Possible the
We ask
unlink
storage.
at is not actually, maybe the unmount was missed, or like something got messed up with the U mount before, because the unlink at isn't going to do that, I think. So if it's mounted, it's not going to be able to be unlinked.
Yep.
Okay, we are at time. Do you want to comment on this, or we just keep it for next time?
Let's just keep it for next time. I think, or I could comment on it. Can you tag me? Sorry.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you everybody for attending. With this, we end the meeting. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.